włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. Przejdziem Wisłę, przejdziem Bardem, będziem Polakami. Dał nam przykład Bonaparte, jak zwyciężać mamy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączył się z narodem.
Bardzo dziękuję. Proszę o zajęcie miejsc.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
z wielką radością
I'm very
otwieram
happy
uroczystość
to
inauguracji
open
roku
the
akademickiego
inauguration ceremony of the academic year
2022-2023 w Politechnice
at
Łódzkiej.
the Lodz University of
Ta
Technology.
uroczystość, ta inauguracja
This
roku
ceremony, this
odbyła się w
inauguration
szczególnych
is taking place in very
Rok
specific
temu
conditions. A
mogliśmy
year
się
ago,
zebrać,
we were happy
bo
that we
pandemia
could gather because
zelżała.
the pandemic
W tym roku
was going away. This year,
mamy konflikt za
there
naszą
is a
granicą.
conflict behind the
Agresja
Polish
Federacji
border, the
Rosyjskiej na
aggression
Ukrainę.
of the Russian Federation against
warunki.
Ukraine. These are very specific conditions, very specific in the context of what is going on within the past few days. So this conflict is becoming more and more intense. So we can see that the human hate is unending. So let's be happy that we can
I
meet
rozpoczynać kolejny rok
and
akademicki
start the next
z myślą
academic
o
year,
tych, którzy tego nie
thinking
mogą zrobić,
of the people
z
who are not
nadzieją,
able to do
że
this
będziemy
and hoping
w spokoju, w
that
zdrowiu
in peace and in
mogli
health
realizować
we will be
nasze
able
zadania,
to deliver
naszą
our
pracę.
tasks and our work.
W imieniu Senatu
On behalf of the Senate,
otwieram
I would
to
like to
posiedzenie,
open this
jednocześnie
meeting, and at the same
gorąco
time
witam
I would like
naszych
to welcome very
gości,
warmly our
którzy tak
guests
licznie przybyli
who
na
have
naszą
arrived
uroczystość.
to our ceremony.
Witam
I
pana
would like to
posła
welcome the
Dariusza
MP
Klimczaka,
Dariusz Klimczak,
posła na Sejm
the MP to
Rzeczypospolitej
the
Polskiej.
Republic
Witam
of Poland's
serdecznie.
Parliament, the same.
Pozwólcie
Warm
Państwo, że
welcome.
przywitam,
Please allow
choć
me
jest nieobecny,
to welcome
pana
someone
senatora
who
Krzysztofa
is not
Kwiatkowskiego, który
present
dzisiaj
here, the
rano jeszcze
Senator
dzwonił z życzeniami dla nas
Krzysztof
wszystkich, ale ze
Kwiatkowski,
względu
who
na
has
posiedzenie
called us
Senatu
this
nie może być
morning
obecny,
to
acz
extend his
reprezentuje
wishes.
go pani dyrektor jego biura. Witam
And he's
serdecznie.
represented by the
Witam
director of his
niezawodnego
office.
pana
I would
wojewodę,
like to
doktora Tobiasza
welcome
Bocheńskiego.
the
Witamy
governor,
serdecznie.
Dr. Tobiasz Bocheński, who is always supporting us.
Witam włodarza
I would
naszego
like
miasta,
to
panią prezydent
welcome
Hannę Zdanowską.
the host of our city, Mayor Hanna Zdanowska.
Witam pana
I would
profesora
like to welcome
Marcina
Professor
Głaszewskiego,
Marcin
przewodniczącego Rady
Gołaszewski, who is the
Miejskiej
chairman of the Łódź
Łodzi.
City Council.
Witam pana burmistrza Józefa Kaczmarka.
Welcome to Mr. Józef
Od nie pamiętam
Kaczmarek,
kiedy przyjaciela
who
Politechniki
has
Łódzkiej.
always been a friend
Witam
of the
panią
Łódź University of
Bożenę
Technology. I would
Ziemniewicz,
like to welcome
radną Sejmiku
Ms.
Województwa
Bożena
Łódzkiego.
Ziemniewicz, who is the councillor of the Łódzkie Regional Parliament.
Chcę bardzo
I
serdecznie,
would like
gorąco
to welcome
powitać
cordially
ekscelencję
His Excellency
księdza arcybiskupa Grzegorza Rysia, metropolitę
Archbishop
łódzkiego
Grzegorz Rysio, who is the Metropolitan of
serdecznie.
Łódź. Warm welcome.
oraz księdza
And
Terabasza
Father Tarabasz, Piotr
duszpasterza
Tarabasz, who is
akademickiego.
the academic chaplain.
Witam reprezentantów
I would like to welcome representatives of
korpusu
the
konsularnego,
Consular Corps.
pana Krzysztofa
Mr.
Apostolidisa,
Krzysztof
konsula
Jan
honorowego
Apostolidis, who
Kresta
is the
Danii.
Honorary Consul of the Kingdom of Denmark.
Witam
I would like to welcome
pana Rafała Homę,
Mr.
konsula
Rafał
honorowego
Homa, who is
Republiki
the
Armenii.
Honorary Consul of the Republic of Armenia.
Witam panią Virginię
And
Gostomczyk, konsula
Mrs.
honorową,
Virginia
konsul honorową
Gostomczyk, who is
Kresta
the
Belgii.
Honorary Consul of the Kingdom of Belgium.
Witam pana
I would
Tadeusza
like to
Kaczora,
welcome
honorowego
Mr.
konsula
Tadeusz Kaczor, who is the
generalnego
Honorary
Węgier.
Consul General of Hungary.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
witam serdecznie
I would
pana
like to welcome
Adama
warmly
Kolasę,
Mr.
naczelnika
Adam
Wydziału
Kolasa, who is the
Komunikacji Społecznej
head
Komendy Wojewódzkiej Policji. Witamy serdecznie.
of the police
Gorąco
in Łódź.
poprosiłbym, aby przy
I would
następnej
like
grupie niezwykle ważnych gości
to request that when
spróbować
I speak about the next group
pewnym
of very
ukłonem
important
w kierunku
guests,
pani rektor Elżbiety
I would like
zrobić jeden oklask
to
po każde nazwisko, a
refer
później po całej
to
grupie.
Professor Elżbieta Rządzińska. So let's
burzliwe
have
oklaski.
just
Taka
one
będzie
small
ćwiczenie z rytmiki. Nie wiem, czy pani
applause,
rektor
round of
może
applause
tak
after
może
reading
być.
out one
A więc
name,
witam
and then
przedstawicieli świata
after reading out
nauki,
the
zaprzyjaźnionych
names
z
of
nami,
the
szczególnie
rectors, we'll have a
uczelni,
great
ale również
ground
przyjaciół z
of
całej Polski.
round of applause. So I would like to welcome representatives of the
Witam panią
institutions of
rektor
science. I
Elżbietę
warmly
Rządzińską,
welcome
rektora
Professor
Uniwersytetu
Elżbieta
Łódzkiego.
Rządzińska, who is director of the University of Łódź.
Pani rektor, nic z tego.
Rector,
Ale
well,
poćwiczymy.
we still didn't manage
Witam
to
panią rektor, profesor Elżbietę
implement
Aleksandrowicz,
my
rektora
suggestion.
Akademii
Professor
Muzycznej
Elżbieta Aleksandrowicz,
imieniem
director of the Grażyna and
Bacewicz w Łodzi.
Bacewicz University of Music
Witam
in Łódź
pana
has been
rektora
welcomed.
doktora Sławomira Sosnowskiego,
Father
rektora
Dr.
Wyższego
Sławomir
Seminarium Duchownego
Sosnowski,
w
who is
Łodzi.
director of the Highest Seminary in Łódź.
No i można.
So, we can do
Witam
this.
pana profesora Grzegorza
I would
Ostasza,
like to
prorektora
welcome
do spraw
Professor
studenckich
Grzegorz
Politechniki
Ostasz, who is the
Rzeszowskiej.
Vice Rector for Student Affairs of the Ignacy
Witam panią
Łukasiewicz
profesor
Rzeszów
Elżbietę
University of
Sałatę,
Technology.
prorektor do spraw
And welcome
dydaktycznych
to
i
Professor
studenckich
Elżbieta
Uniwersytetu
Sałata, who is the Vice
Techniczno-Humanistycznego w
Rector for
Radomiu.
Didactic and Students Affairs at
Witam pana
the
profesora
University of
Tomasza
Technology and
Trawińskiego,
Humanities in
prorektora do
Radom.
spraw infrastruktury i promocji
Professor Tomasz
Politechniki Śląskiej.
Trawiński, the Vice Rector for Infrastructure and
Witam
Promotion
panią
of
profesor
the
Renatę
Salesian
Walczak, prorektor
University
do
of
spraw filii
Technology.
Płocku
Professor
Politechniki
Renata
Warszawskiej.
Walczak, Vice Rector for the Płock
Witam
branch of
panią
Warsaw
profesor
University of
Ewę
Technology.
Wojtyniak-Dębińską,
Warm welcome to
prorektor
Professor
do
Ewa
spraw nauki i
Wojtyniak-Dębińska,
ewaluacji
who is the
Akademii
Vice Rector for
Pięknych w
Science
Łodzi.
and Evaluation of the Academy of Fine Arts in
Imieniem
Łódź.
profesora Władysława Strzemińskiego.
Named after
Witam
Professor
bardzo
Władysław
serdecznie panią
Strzemiński.
profesor
I would like to
Lucynę Woźniak,
welcome warmly Professor
prorektor do
Lucyna
spraw
Woźniak, who is
rozwoju
the Vice Rector
nauki i
for
współpracy
Scientific
międzynarodowej
Development
Uniwersytetu
and
Medycznego w
International
Łodzi.
Cooperation of the Medical
Również.
University of Łódź. We've had a
Witam pana
small,
profesora Krzysztofa Przybyszewskiego,
applause.
prodziekana
I
do
would
spraw
like
cywilizacji
to,
społecznej Akademii Nauk
welcome,
w Łodzi.
Professor
I witam bardzo serdecznie
Potrzebowski, who is the
doktorów honoris causa Politechniki Łódzkiej, pana profesora
who is for the
Mariana
Academy of
Mikołajczyka
Fine
oraz pana
Arts.
profesora Józefa Modelskiego,
I
członków
would
rzeczywistych Polskiej Akademii Nauk.
like to welcome,
Brawo! Takie
Professor Marek Tańczyk, Director of the Institute of Chemical Engineering of the Polish
gorące
Academy
słowa
of Sciences.
powitania
Warm
kieruję
welcome
do pana
is
doktora
extended to
habilitowanego Pawła
Dr.
Poszytka, dyrektora
Paweł
generalnego
Poszytka, who is
Fundacji
the
Rozwoju
Director
Systemu
General of the
Edukacji
Foundation for
oraz dyrektora
Development of
Narodowej Agencji
Education
Programu
Systems
Erasmus
and
Plus i
Director of
Europejskiego
Erasmus
Korpusu
Plus
Solidarności.
and
Pan doktor
Solidarity
za chwilę pewnie
Fund
dotrze, bo
Corps.
korki
Probably the doctor
spowodowały, że
will
jeszcze
reach
nie
us
przyjechał.
soon.
Witam pana profesora Marka
The traffic
Potrzebowskiego,
jams
dyrektora
are here. I would like to
Centrum Badań
welcome Professor
Molekularnych
Marek
i
Potrzebowski, who is the
Makromolecularnych
director of the
Polskiej Akademii
Center for Molecular and Macromolecular
pana
Studies of the
profesora
Polish
Marka
Academy of
Tańczyka, dyrektora
Sciences.
Instytutu Inżynierii Chemicznej
Warm
Polskiej
welcome to
Akademii
Professor
Nauk.
Marek Tańczyk, director of the
Witam pana
Institute
profesora
of Chemical
Andrzeja
Engineering of the Polish
Bartosiewica,
Academy of Sciences.
wiceprezesa
Professor
Oddziału
Andrzej
Politechniki
Bartosiewicz, Vice President of the Łódź branch of the
Witam,
Polish Academy of
pana
Sciences,
Waldemara
is
Fleischera,
also
łódzkiego kuratora
welcome.
oświaty.
I would like to welcome
Witam
the
serdecznie.
head of the
Pana,
Łódź Board for Education.
Profesora Dariusza Trzmielaka,
And
zastępcę
welcome
dyrektora
to
do spraw
Professor
naukowych
Dariusz
Instytutu
Trzmielak, who is the
Centrum
Deputy
Badań
Director
Polski
for
w Łodzi.
Scientific Affairs of the Polish
Witam
Mothers
bardzo
Memorial
pięknie pana
Hospital
profesora Jacka Mola,
in Łódź. I would like to
konsultanta do
welcome
spraw
Professor Jacek
kardiologii
Moll, who is the
Centrum
consultant
Zdrowia Matki
in
Polki w
cardiac
Łodzi.
surgery at the Polish Memorial
Witam pana profesora Jacka
Polish
Szera,
Mothers Memorial
przewodniczącego
Health
Rady
Institute
Łódzkiej
in Łódź.
Okręgowej
Welcome to
Inżynierów
Professor
Budownictwa oraz
Jacek
prezesa
Scher, who is the
Stowarzyszenia
Chairman of the
Wychowanków
Council of the Łódź
Politechniki Łódzkiej
Direct
po raz kolejny.
Chamber of Civil Engineers in Łódź and the President
Witam
of the
bardzo
Alumni
gorąco pana
Association
profesora
of the Łódź
Macieja
University of Technology.
Wojtczaka,
Professor
przewodniczącego
Maciej
Głównego
Wojtczak, who
Stowarzyszenia
is the
Techników
President of the
Cukrowników.
Management Board of the
Witam pana
Association of
doktora
Sugar
Adama
Industry
Rylskiego,
Technicians.
prezesa
Warm
Zarządu
welcome
Łódzkiego
to
i
Dr.
Łódzkiej
Adam
Rady
Rylski, who is the
Federacji
President of the Łódź Board of the
Naukowo-Technicznych
Federation of Scientific
Witam
and
pana
Technical
Piotra Walczaka,
Associations.
to
Piotr
dyrektora
Walczak, the
Delegatury
Acting
Najwyższej
Director
Izby
of
Kontroli
the
w Łodzi.
Representation of the Supreme Chamber of Audit
Witam
in
pana
Łódź.
Marcina Grzelaka,
Warm welcome
to
to
okręgowego
Mr. Marcin
inspektora pracy w
Grzelak,
Łodzi.
who is the Acting District
Witam
Labor
pana
Inspector
Dariusza
in
Mozgę,
Łódź.
dyrektora
Dariusz
Urzędu
Mozga, who is the
Technicznego w
Director of
Łodzi.
the Office of Technical Inspection
Witam
in
panią
Łódź.
Beatę
I would like to
Ostrowską,
welcome
wiceprezesa
Mrs.
Stowarzyszenia
Beata
Klubu
Ostrowska, who is the
500
Vice President
Łódź.
of the Association 500 Club in Łódź.
Witam prezesów i
I
dyrektorów
would like to
firm, z którymi
welcome
nasza uczelnia
presidents
prowadzi
and
współpracę. Witam pana
managers
prezesa
of
Marka
companies we
Cieślaka,
cooperate. So I would like to
prezesa
welcome
zarządu
Mr. Marek
Bionanopark,
Cieślak, who is the
spółka
president of Bionanopark
pana
Management
Jerzego
Board.
Pietruchę, prezesa
Dr.
zarządu
Jerzy
grupy
Pietrucha, who is the
Pietrucha.
president of the Pietrucha Group
Gratuluję
Management Board.
doktoratu panu.
Congratulations on your PhD
witam pana Jarosława
degree.
Szczupaka,
I would like to
prezesa
welcome
zarządu
Jarosław
Alstal
Szczupak, who is the
Grupa
president of the Alstal Grupa Budowlana
Witam serdecznie
Management
panią
Board.
Małgorzatę i
Warm
Sławomira
welcome goes to
Witkowskich,
Małgorzata
zarząd
and
firmy
Sławomir
Witko.
Witkowskich, who represent the Witko Management.
Panią Wiesławę Zewald,
Wiesława
prezesa
Zewald,
zarządu
president
Strefy
of
Edukacji.
Strefa Education Zone Management
Witam
Board.
pana
I
Krzysztofa
would like to
Borkowskiego,
welcome
kanclerza
Krzysztof
rozwoju
Borkowski, who is the
wiceprezesa zarządu
chancellor
Business Center Club.
of the Business Center Club.
Witam pana Zbigniewa
Warm
Falka,
welcome to
wiceprezesa zarządu
Zbigniew
rozwoju i
Falka, who is
ICT,
responsible
Polskiej
for
Grupy
development
Energetycznej,
and
Górnictwa
ICT
i
of the
Konwencjonalnego
Polish mining
Witam serdecznie
company.
panią Marzenę Cieślak,
I would like
dyrektor
to
do spraw
welcome Marzena
zasobności
Ciechlak, who is
Energia
responsible for human resources. She's the director of human resources in Veolia Energia
HR business
Łódź.
partner
Anna
Veolia
Kuroń,
Energia
HR business partner Veolia Energia
Witam pana
Łódź. I would
Jana
like to
Rosińskiego,
welcome Mr.
głównego
Jan
technologa
Rosiński, who is the
Toruńskich
main
Zakładów
technologist
Materiałów
at two Toruń manufacturers
Witam
of
serdecznie
dressing
pana Sebastiana
materials.
Suchego,
Warm
dyrektora
welcome
technicznego
goes to
Dell
Prof.
Products
Sebastian Suchy, who is technical
Witam
director
panią
for
Lucynę
Dell Poland
Zybering,
Company.
dyrektor
Ludmila Zybering, who is director of finance and economics of Polish Energy Group Mining and Conventional Energy Brown Coal Mine in Bełchatów branch. Warm welcome to Mr. Andrzej Pawlik, who is the owner of Zoo Safari in Borysew. So warm welcome to all of you.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and
są dzisiaj z
gentlemen,
nami
today
pan profesor Stanisław Bielecki
we also
oraz
have
pan
Professor Stanisław Bielecki
Sławomir Wiak.
and Professor Sławomir Wiak. They have arrived to today's ceremony.
Byli rektorzy naszej uczelni.
They are the former rectors of our university, if someone hasn't known. So warm welcome, professors. I would also like to welcome Professor Jan Krysiński, who is joining us online. He has had an injury and he can't be here in person. He's Dr. Honoris Causa. I would like to welcome Professor Mirosław Sopek, who is the head of the Mako Lab company, chairman of the Council of the Łódź University of Technology, and the other members. I would like to welcome all the members of the Council of the Łódź University of Technology who have arrived to this ceremony. So warm welcome.
Szczególnie gorąco
I would like
powitać
to
panią profesor
welcome
Annę
Professor
Fabiańską,
Anna Fabiańska,
która jako najmłodszy
who
profesor
is the
Politechniki
youngest
Łódzkiej
professor
kobieta
of the Łódź
wygłosi
University of
wykład
Technology,
inauguracyjny.
and she will deliver the
Mam
inaugural
nadzieję, że
lecture
pani profesor
today.
jest mniej zdenerwowana
I
niż ja.
hope that the professor is not as much stressed as I am. I would like to extend a word of welcome to all the guests who have arrived. I would like to extend a particularly warm welcome to the newly admitted students and doctoral candidates who will be matriculating today.
Bardzo się cieszę, że
I'm very
wybraliście
happy
Politechnikę
that you
Łódzką
have
na miejsce
chosen the
waszego
Łódź University of
kształcenia
Technology
i
as the
rozwoju
place for your
naukowego.
education and scientific
pracowników
development. I would like to welcome employees and students of our university, as well as all of you who are watching this ceremony via live streaming through the Łódź University of Technology website.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
wpłynęło do mnie list.
I have received a letter. Yesterday I also had a conversation with Mr. Minister for Education and Science, Przemysław Czarnek. And before I deliver my speech, please allow me to read out this letter because it contains very important information that is important in terms of functioning of our university. Warsaw, October 2022. Your magnificent rectors, High Senate, professors and employees of the university, doctors, doctoral students, ladies and gentlemen, Gaudeamus Igitur. The new academic year 2022-2023 is a special year to the Polish science. First of all, due to the 550th anniversary of birth of Mikołaj Copernicus, astronomer, philosopher, mathematician, PhD Faculty of Canonic Law, the real man of Renaissance. So this special jubilee has made us to identify, to name this the coming year as the year of Mikołaj Kopernik. So we have intensified some actions that support and strengthen Polish science. That's why we established Copernicus Academy, that is supposed to support development of innovativeness and building good image of Polish science throughout the years. I'm sure that this new institution will provide good platform of cooperation for Polish scientists who work for international centers and for those who work here in Poland. It's important that the academic community gets good space to exchange experience. I am deeply convinced that thanks to this new unit, the individual success of our scientists will be translated in the increased development of the potential and the potential of the Polish science. We want to support the promotion of scientific results by funding research and development, research projects and scholarships or international placements. So we will award the most talented ones. So the first Copernicus Award will be granted in 2023 during the International Copernicus Congress. This academic year will be special because for the first time during the gala we will have the winners of the Purse of Science. So these will be awards for talented students who want to develop their scientific activity or arts-related efforts. So when we are just starting the new academic years, and I hope that the remuneration of the faculty will increase, I can inform you that in October 150 million zlotys will be provided for the purpose of the subsidies for your remuneration. So next year your budget will cover 600 million more for the faculty salaries. In May we will add another 700 million to increase our salaries for the faculty, and next year we are foreseeing the amount of 1.5 billion zlotys. And the process of evaluation of quality of scientific operations at schools is very important. So we need to simplify this evaluation process. We have to change the criteria of the evaluation. It is developed by the Polish experts, and hopefully we will have the guidelines that will help us to develop new legal framework. We also intensively work to reduce the operational cost of the university, especially the price for electricity. This is due to the crisis and the war in Ukraine. This is of priority importance. Professors, employees of the university, I would like to express my admirance for your teaching activities, research, development and implementation related work. The coming year of the Copernicus year, the coming years dedicated to Copernicus will help us to work on developments and to contribute to development of Polish scientists on the international arena. I would like to wish you further success in terms of Polish education and science. I hope that you will be able to develop your scientific passions. Vivat Academia, vivat professors. So respectfully yours, Przemysław Czarnek, the Minister for Science and Education. So ladies and gentlemen, and personal message from the Minister I received last night. We are waiting for the opinion of this evaluation committee. So thank you, Minister, for your letter. So ladies and gentlemen, I will just change the place. It's due to the fact that I would like to share with you some important information relating to the latest period of the work of our university as a whole.
Wysoki Senacie, drodzy studenci, doktoranci, pracownicy.
Honorable Senate, dear students, doctoral students, employees, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of the 78th academic year at the Łódź University of Technology. I'm happy and very proud that this ceremony has brought together such a big group of distinguished guests. I would like to extend a particularly warm welcome to students and especially those who have been admitted to study at the Łódź University of Technology. I'd also like to welcome doctoral students who will start their PhD studies at the Interdisciplinary Doctoral School. Following our long-lasting tradition, both of these groups will take the oath today. Ladies and gentlemen, the position of a university is constituted by the quality of its research work. This area of activity translates into cooperation with other research centers, business partners, and the acquisition of funding, but also the interest of candidates in studying at a particular university. Having this in mind, we have set an action plan to continuously raise the research level and quality at the Łódź University of Technology, and we are increasing expenditure on research and development every year. Those that we receive from subsidies, but also those that you acquire as grants. We have also been successful in attracting external financing. We have received more than 3 million euro from the Europe Horizon program. This is for the past academic year. Our scientists will carry out 10 projects under this program, including 5 in the role of coordinators. So the Łódź University of Technology is a leader among Polish universities of technology in obtaining research funding from the EU. In addition, we are among the 5 most active scientific institutions that have obtained funding under the National Center for Research and Development programs. This demonstrates the increasing scientific level of the Łódź University of Technology and increases our visibility at national and international fora. As beneficiaries of the Initiative of Excellence Research University program, we have developed pro-quality tools. This is why we can make financial rewards to our staff and students. I'd like to emphasize that the funding for open access publications, 474 of them, which also translated into a higher position in the international Webometrics ranking. It aims to increase the presence of academic and research institutions on the internet and promote high-quality online publications such as open access project. Łódź University of Technology has also significantly improved its ranking by 13 positions among Polish universities and by 802 positions globally. This is our joint success resulting from major changes we have introduced to websites of our university and its faculties. Speaking of the scientific work, I need to stress its innovativeness. I'm very happy because in this area, Łódź University of Technology is among the top leaders. In a report published by the Patent Office, we hold the second position in Poland thanks to 121 patents granted this year domestically and internationally to our researchers. This is not the only reason for our satisfaction. In August, the results of the international field-based university ranking by academic performance, our university features in 15 disciplines. At this point, I'd also like to stress our presence in the Shanghai ranking. For the first time, we are ranked in the discipline of energy science and engineering. I'm pleased to announce that the prestigious accreditation of the American ABIT organization has been awarded to our 2 computer science programs taught in English, Computer Science and Information Technology. This is the first case in Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to highlight the contribution of young scientists to these successes. For them, we have dedicated activities such as FU2 and the Young Scientists Skill Improvement Fund. We have already awarded 56 prizes under this program, which aims to strengthen the scientific and personnel-led capacity of universities by enhancing skills of doctoral students and young doctors in developing research grants applications. and increasing the efficiency of obtaining them. We are aware of the importance of international cooperation and the broadening of the circle of scientific partners. That's why we have launched the Hot Topics in Science and Technology program. Under this program, seminars for doctoral students delivered by outstanding Polish and foreign scientists will be organized. Speaking of the perspectives for the academic community, I must mention that the European Consortium of Innovative University, ECIU, of which TUL is a member, has received support of €14.4 million from the European Commission. Thanks to this funding, we will be developing an innovative formula of a trans-European consortium associating 14 universities. The consecutive phases of the European University will strengthen development of 3 key innovative concepts in higher education: flexible learning pathways, micro-qualification, and a challenge-based approach. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to recall that the Łódź University of Technology was the first technical university in Poland receiving the HR Excellence in Research Award. Now, after a thorough assessment by the representatives of the European Commission, after a long process of preparations and interviews, we have been granted the right to use this label for the next 3 years. This only confirms our high position in the international scientific community and the fact that the standards we are introducing are helping to create a welcoming workplace for scientists from all over the world. For our university, this is a significant achievement due to our efforts to achieve research university status. The HR Excellence in Research distinction provides an additional advantage in grant competitions. It also extends the reach of job vacancies by publishing them on the EUREX's portal and thus support international mobility of researchers. Ladies and gentlemen, many of the projects conducted at the university are in line with the idea of sustainable development. On the university's website, we have launched a special tab dedicated to this issue, where you can submit your ideas for sustainable development activities. You will also find information about the initiatives that have already been implemented, that is the report in the form of reports, as well as those that we plan for the future. This also introduced some change in the ranking because we are among the 4 top Polish universities in this area. This direction of change is also evident in the creation of a friendly and green place to work and study. The modernization of the lighting on Campus A, which has resulted in a smart energy-saving system, has been completed. I'm very happy to announce further investments. The long-awaited kindergarten for children of employees, doctoral students, and students of the Łódź University of Technology has opened its first year. The youngest are already there, and they are very active. Soon we will hold this official opening ceremony, but we want these very young people to have enough time to familiarize themselves with the place so that they could receive guests. We can already be happy from the accomplishment of the refurbishment of the second student dormitory and the premises of the Faculty of Organization and Management. Today, when we were laying wreaths at the monument of Professor Stefanowski, we could observe works going on at A7 building dedicated to modern universal design education laboratories. The complex modernization of the parking system throughout the university is also starting. We want it to be homogeneous and identical in each and every area. Another important field of our activity is the promotion of science. which I always support. This can be inspired by events such as the Technology of Tomorrow, debates at the Łódź University of Technology, or meetings under the Scientist Profession Cycle. In terms of commitment to the environment, we are undertaking important projects such as the next edition of WordCamp. This time, students from the Faculty of Civil Engineering, Architecture and Environmental Engineering renovated, made or at least have had a really huge contribution to the renovation of the House for Orphans number 15, in which I'm very proud of their attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, on the day of the inauguration, the eyes of all our students and doctoral candidates, especially on those newly admitted. I'm delighted with your choice and decision to begin studies at our university. Łódź University of Technology is a place where opportunities abound, which is reflected in many successes of our students. My sincere congratulations and best wishes for further achievements. These successes are international successes. Our university is also a place that is very active in many areas, for example, in sports. We have just completed the organization of a great organizational success of the European Academic Games, EUG 2022. In July, the academic city of Łódź hosted the biggest sporting event on our continent. For a long time, the fate of this event was really very much questioned due to the difficulties linked with the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing war in Ukraine at our eastern border. So given these exceptional circumstances, we are all the more proud that the EUG made its home in Łódź and received such a positive global response and interest from Łódź residents. Of almost 5,000 participants, nearly 500 referees, over 650 volunteers were involved. So that was really a huge challenge, organizational, but also at the level of the logistics. But in the opinion of the athletes, USA authorities and fans alike, was a great success. We are still receiving compliments, but this is not the only reason to be proud. At this place, I would also like to thank the rectors, Madam Rectors representing universities of Łódź for their support in the organization, because all universities in our city contributed to the organization of this event. I would like also to thank the mayor and the marshal. We were very much supported by the government, and it was just enough for him to say one word, and all the services in the city were ready to assist us. And when that happened, we were very much helped by everybody. I would also like to thank the team from the Łódź University of Technology. This is not only the organizational success, not only promotional success for our university and for the city. At the opening ceremony of these championships, we showed our city, we could present our city, our country and the universities. But I would like to congratulate the medalists and all the athletes from the Łódź University of Technology. It's thanks to your commitment and effort that we took the third place in the general classification. The event brought us many non-sporting successes that cannot be overestimated. This is primarily to promote the Łódź University of Technology and run in Piotrkowska Street, and we have presented our capacity and infrastructure to international audiences. I'd like to emphasize that we received a grant from the Ministry of Education and Science for this purpose, which covered, together with fees and a small amount raised from sponsors, all our costs. And this includes the cost of the completed construction and finishing works of the sports bay, and also partly the works carried out at the university campus. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that this was such a great event that I would like to invite you to go back to these exciting moments for a moment with a short video summarizing the games.
Cudowne chwile.
Wonderful moments and memories. Ladies and gentlemen, the Łódź University of Technology is an open place for exchanging views on current issues, but it also creates a space for creative discussion on the directions of global development. Undoubtedly, artificial intelligence is such a topic. We have started a series of seminars and training on its applications organized by the Rector's Team for Artificial Intelligence. This project also responds to the recommendations of the Council of the Łódź University of Technology. Collaboration on AI applications with other centers at home and abroad and the wider socio-economic environment represent next phases in the development of this valuable initiative. As I've already announced during today's ceremony, we will go more in depth into this subject during the inaugural lecture by Professor Anna Fabiańska, who received the highest academic title when she was, under 40 years of age, which is rather rare in the world of Polish science. Once again, I congratulate you on such a spectacular development of your scientific career. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud of the Łódź University of Technology. I am proud of its achievements. I am proud that we all are such a big family. We are all aware of our shortcomings and of the problems of the current times because we feel them all, we experience them all. I do hope that we'll be able to alleviate them, and the good atmosphere, the good working atmosphere at our university will be just one more argument showing that this is a wonderful place to study. There is not only joy, but also moments of sadness. Last year, many of our staff members left us. Even today, we are saying goodbye to one of our past staff members. So could you please rise to commemorate those who passed away during the past academic year? Thank you very much. Ladies and
Mam szczerą
gentlemen,
nadzieję, głęboko w to
I
wierzę,
sincerely
że
hope
nasza
and
uczelnia w
believe
każdym
that
aspekcie
our
będzie
university
funkcjonować co
will
najmniej tak
function
jak
in
przed
every
pandemią.
aspect as it did before the
Tętniący
pandemic.
życiem
A
kampus,
vibrant
powrót do
campus and the
mobilności
return to
są
mobility
tego dobrymi zwiastunami.
are
Cudownie jest patrzeć
good
na
signs of this.
studentów, którzy
It's
poruszają
lovely
się
to see
po kampusie
students
A, B,
moving
C, po parku,
around
przemieszczając
our
się, troszkę
campus
błądząc,
ABC,
bo nie wszyscy jeszcze
sometimes
tę uczelnię
feeling a
znają.
little bit lost because
Ale
they
to
don't
raduje
know
serce.
the place very well
Życzę
yet.
każdemu z Państwa
But I'd like
satysfakcji z podejmowanych działań,
to wish each and every one of you
realizacji
satisfaction
planów,
in your
wyznaczania
endeavors,
nowych,
achievement
ambitnych ścieżek rozwoju.
and accomplishment of your plans and
Oby ten
planning
rozpoczynający
new
się
ambitious
rok
paths of
był
development. May
zdrowy
this
dla was
beginning year be
i waszych
a
bliskich.
year of health for you and
Spokojny,
your loved ones,
pracowity,
peaceful,
ale
hardworking
pomyślny.
and prosperous.
Wiwat Akademia, wiwat
Vivat
Politechnika Łódź.
Academia, Vivat Łódź University of Technology.
Bardzo dziękuję.
Thank you
Szanowni
very
Państwo,
much. Ladies and gentlemen,
bardzo proszę teraz pana doktora
now I
Tobiasza
would
Bocheńskiego,
like to ask Dr.
wojewodę
Tobiasz
łódzkiego,
Bocheński, who is the
o
governor of
zabranie
Łódzkie,
głosu, a między innymi o
to
czytanie
speak
listu
and
premiera.
to read out a
Zapraszam bardzo
letter
pana.
from the Prime Minister. Governor, the floor is yours.
Magnificencjo,
Your Magnificence,
członkowie Kolegium Rektorskiego, Wysoki
members
Senacie,
of the
Szanowna
Council,
Pani Prezydent,
Honorable
Ekscelencjo
Senate, Mrs. Major, Your Excellency, the Archbishop, the Chair, all professors,
studenci.
students.
Otwarcie nowego roku
The opening of the new academic year is a special ceremony. It's the time when the academic community is looking forward to the plans and starts their work. It's the beginning of the new chapter of the new students and the subsequent chapter of all the academic community. So in this special day, to all the guests and to all the academic community, I would like to extend the words of my respect and ensure you that I remember all of you. In the new year, the projects are starting. So these are projects for professors, university students, which mean new prospects. So a new institution is starting, the Copernicus Academy. It will implement a program that will cover funding for research, granting Copernicus grants and subsidies, and Copernicus Awards. It will also support new public institutions such as the School of Mikołaj Kopernik. So it will provide specific realistic support for domestic and international scientific activities to increase competitiveness and recognition of the Polish science throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the academic community to the international community has special importance. The students and the graduates become specialists and experts in different areas of our life. To make this sure, their talents, they have to extend their knowledge, and they have to follow the examples of their masters. So the continuity of this work and the effects of this work build our future. So I would like to wish all the community of the Łódź University of Technology that the new academic year 2022-23 will allow you, without any more burdens, allow you to implement even the most ambitious projects. I do hope that the coming months will keep you happy and satisfied with the results. So Mateusz Morawiecki has signed this letter, the Prime Minister. So, Mr. Rector, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to say something from me. I would like, on this occasion, say that very often in the Łódź University of Technology, I often come and talk about achievements, dynamic development of the university, the growing places in the international rankings. And today I would like to focus on a different aspect. Try to imagine that as the alumni of the University of Łódź, So I'm a specialist in humanities. I am a specialist in law and social scientist. When I was in my secondary school, I only had 3 hours of maths, 1 hour of chemistry. I was following the specialization in history. So when I had really nightmares about maths. So when I was coming quite a while ago for the first time to the Łódź University of Technology, I have seen that you are very wonderful, very nice, very tolerant community, and I would like to congratulate you on this. So on the one hand, there is this dynamic scientific development, funding into infrastructure, being a part of very important community of Łódzkie province and city. At the same time, you are an oasis, you are the venue where it's nice to come. So I would like to congratulate you on this, and I would like to wish you didactic and scientific success in the new academic year. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. I think that soon we will consider an honorary diploma on graduating from the Łódź University of Technology for you. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to give the floor to the alumni of the Łódź University of Technology, the mayor of Łódź, Mrs. Hanna Zdanowska. Your Magnificent Mr. Rector, Honorable Senate, ladies and gentlemen, dear students, I must admit that after hearing these nice words, I would like to focus on something that is very important to me. So a memory when I entered the Łódź University of Technology for the first time. And I would like to mention this huge change that has occurred, and I would like to congratulate you on this change. Rector and former rectors made all these efforts to make sure that the new generation will be able to study in the conditions which to us were only a dream. So we can see all this, all the change, and it provides us with an opportunity of thinking how Poland and how science and the future of alumni will look like in the next years. So I would like to congratulate you on the changes. I do follow all the information on the Łódź University of Technology. It's always in my heart. I am very happy that you are progressing in all the rankings, because it means that all the decisions made for the university have their objectives and are delivered. And I would like to thank you for this with all my heart. We know that we are starting the new year, post-pandemic year. And at the eastern border, there is a horrible war which raises fears in all of us, for all of us, and a question, what will happen next? And this war has changed the lives of millions of our brothers and sisters from Ukraine. And I would like to thank you for taking care. I know that both students and scientists from Ukraine have received support in Poland. My wishes, I would like to wish you a good year. I hope that this year will be very dynamic. So the best wishes for the faculty, employees of the university. I hope that you will achieve your objectives and your private aims. And I hope, just as Mr. Governor was saying, I would like to wish you good collaboration and solidarity and mutual support, because in this time it's very important. I would like to speak to young people who are just starting their career and who will continue it successfully once you graduate from the university in our city. Please remember that apart from learning, which is very important because this is how you develop your future, there is also something which is relating to being young and the academic life. So benefit from all all the opportunities offered by the city of Łódź. We are establishing great places and events to make sure that after your hard work, you will be able to enjoy yourselves. So I hope that you will have great friends, maybe something more. And I do hope that once you leave the walls of our university, you will decide to live in our city. This is my dream, for you to bring your energy, your future to Łódź. So all the best. Have a good year. So good year for everyone, but especially for the Łódź University of Technology, its employees and students. So all the best to all of you.
Dziękuję.
Thank you very much.
Bardzo pięknie dziękuję za te
Thank you very
życzenia
much for your
i
wishes
za bardzo miłe słowa.
and for very nice word. Łódź is changing. Łódź is beautiful.
W przyszłym roku może też
Next year, maybe we
z
will
nowymi
also
studentami, niekoniecznie sportowcami.
organize a meeting with students, not only sportsmen. Now I would like to give the floor to Professor Marcin Gołaszewski, who is the chair of the City Council of Łódź. Professor, please take the floor.
Your Magnificence, Rector, honorable members of Senate, I am very happy that at this inauguration ceremony of the Łódź University of Technology to take the floor not only as the chairman of the Council of the City of Łódź, but also as a member of the University of Łódź community. The community, academic community, brings together students and staff from all universities of Łódź. When they say that we are proud of Łódź and that we love Łódź, we love it for also because of the universities that are there. You can't imagine Łódź without its universities, because they give it that they have created its spirits, and Łódź will be a strong city as long as its universities are strong. I'd like to address the students, because being a student, this is the most beautiful time of our lives. This is where friendship starts that stay with us for the rest of our lives. But we also acquire knowledge and skills and values that are transferred to us from our teachers. That's what I'd like to focus on, and that's what I would like to focus on. At the foundation of science, there is truth, and at the foundation of a university, there is freedom. Without freedom, we will not have universities. Without laws, without truth, we will not have science. Nobody should threaten the autonomy of the university. University is not only about conveying knowledge, but also about shaping attitudes of young people who come here to exchange their views. And we, researchers and scientists, are especially responsible for protecting this freedom and the right to the truth. I'd like to wish you, not only to the Łódź University of Technology, but also to all universities. Of course, all these rankings and your position in it make us very proud, because they show that you are following the right path. But this community that Madam Mayor addressed to the community of teachers and students makes the university stronger, and only in this coexistence between ourselves, university can develop and share its values. I also wish you a good year, despite all these challenges and atrocities. On the one hand, we have such tragic events like war in Ukraine. On the other hand, the price of energy, electricity, when we are not sure whether we can pay for the heating. But I hope that this will be a fruitful year, and that students will benefit from everything that they can get. And I hope that researchers and scientists will focus not only on how many points they can score by publishing their works here or there, but first and foremost by focusing on their scientific interests. So vivat and long live the Łódź University of Technology. Thank you, Professor. We need freedom, we need truth, and we have this freedom and truth in our veins here at our university, with all due respect to the human being, because a human being is this utmost good that we need to cherish. Now I would like to give the floor to Archbishop Józef Ryś. We need, and everything can be done, but we need providence.
Magnificencjo, szanowni państwo.
Your Magnificence, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard a lot of personal notes in the speeches of my predecessors, but if I were to follow these personal notes, I shouldn't be here, because many years ago I decided to leave my studies at the Technical University in Krakow, and I went to the seminar. But maybe without that I wouldn't be here today. But I have also my emotions, and that's why I decided to take the floor among such eminent speakers. And my first emotion is admiration for and appreciation for what you are achieving, and for a human being, what a human being can achieve. And the second emotion is what we can read on the headlines of all newspapers, which also ask a question: what can a human being do with the latest technology? What he or she can deploy it for. There are questions about the use of nuclear weapons, nuclear trains going here and there. So we may have admiration and a lot of fear. We may experience admiration and a lot of fear about what's going on around the world when these great achievements of science get into the hands of people who cannot use them properly, to say it simply. And I found answer to this tension in a term that was used during the presentation: sustainable development. Sustainable development is the term that has often been used by the popes, starting with Paul VI. Sustainable development was defined by Paul VI, that he defined it as a development as a result of which a human being develops as a whole, and all human community. The human being as a whole, that is not only the scientific and technical aspect of our personality, but also spiritual development, and this development doesn't take place at the cost of other members of our community. So I wish you such sustainable development. I hope that we will not be, that there will be no need to fear, and there will be no need to fear if we take advantage of the progress properly. Thank you very much from this message. I'm sorry that I dare interpret it, but this is the message which tells us, let's be tolerant, be friends, then the fear of war will not be there. Ladies and gentlemen, we received a lot of letters with congratulations, which I could probably read out to you for the next 2 hours, but this is not the point. to tell you how many people appreciate us and what we are doing. So the list of those who have sent such letters of congratulation to us will be available on our website. That's my request to the Department of Promotion. And now we are coming to the extremely pleasant moment of our ceremony, because this will be the moment when we will be handing out awards to students and the time for matriculation. I'd like to invite Vice Rector Professor Witold Pawłowski to chair this part of the ceremony, focused on awards and matriculation of our new students. Rector, the floor is yours. Your Magnificence Rector, Honorable Senate, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased and honored to announce the Student of the Year Award. The award is given to students from various faculties in recognition of their academic achievements as well as their organizational activities. This is a very important award and distinction. The individuals who are about to appear in front of you have achieved the best results among the students of all the faculties in the past academic year. And the deans of two faculties, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Faculty of Technical Physics, Information Technology and Applied Mathematics, they decided to give this award to two students. So, the title of Student of the Academic Year 2021-22 is awarded to from Faculty of Mechanical Engineering Jędrzej Zapędowski, Iryna Winohradowa, Faculty of Electrical, Electronic, Computer and Control Engineering Mikołaj Sznyk, from the Faculty of Chemistry Konrad Stefaniak, from the Faculty of Material Technologies and Textile Design Aniela Wachowska, from the Faculty of Biotechnology and Food Sciences Jakub Filipek, from the Faculty of Civil Engineering, Architecture and Environmental Engineering Paulina Kaszubska. From the Faculty of Technical Physics, Information Technology and Applied Mathematics Kacper Wiśniewski and Piotr Juszczyk. From the Faculty of Organization and Management Kamil Wysocki. From the Faculty of Process and Environmental Engineering Weronika Bałdys. And from the International Educational Center Jakub Jędrasik. I would like to invite you in front of the podium. Well, you are already here. Thank you. His Magnificence Rector and Mr. Krzysztof Sobiecki, the President of the Student Council, are kindly asked to present the awards.
Jędrzej Zapędowski. Gratuluję i życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pani Iryna. Gratuluję i życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pan Mikołaj. Gratuluję. Wszystkiego dobrego. Życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pan Konrad. Gratuluję. Życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pani Aniela. Gratuluję Pani. Życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pan Jakub. Gratuluję i życzę dalszych sukcesów. Pan Łukasz Zychowicz. Kamil Tasarzow. A pan? Kacper Wiśniewski. Proszę pana, ja panu pogratuluję, a za chwilę pan dostanie dyplom, obecnie przepraszam. Eryk? Kamil Wysocki? To już było. Jest Kamil Wysocki? Gratuluję wszystkiego dobrego. Pani Weronika, gratuluję Pani. Życzę dalszych. Jakub Jędrasik. Gratuluję Pani. Życzę dalszych sukcesów. Łukasz Zychowicz. Nie ma tego? Też nie ma. To ja pogratuluję. Za chwilę dostaniecie. Z tą Panią proszę za chwilę się spotkać. Wspólnie.
Serdecznie gratuluję wszystkim laureatom.
Congratulations to all the laureates. Thank you very much.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and
kapituła
gentlemen, the
konkursu
jury of the
Naczelnej
competition of the
Organizacji
Polish Federation
Technicznej
of
wyłoniła
Engineering
laureatów nagrody
Associations has
przyznawanej
selected the winners
każdego
of the
roku
prize
autorom
awarded each year
najlepszych
to the
prac
authors of the
dyplomowych.
best
Uprzejmie proszę
diploma
prezesa zarządu
thesis.
Łódzkiej
I'd like to
Federacji
kindly
Stowarzyszeń
ask the president of the
Naukowo-Technicznych,
board of the
pana
Łódź
doktora
board of the
inżyniera
Federation
Adama
of Scientific and
Rylskiego
Technical
o
Associations,
ogłoszenie
Adam
tegorocznych
Rylski,
wyników konkursu
to
i
announce this
wręczenie
year's
nagród.
competition results and present
Doktorze,
the awards. Dr. Rylski, the floor is yours.
Magnificencjo rektorze,
Your Magnificence, Rector, Honorable Senate, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to inform you that in the competition organized by the Łódź Board of the Federation of Scientific and Technical Associations in Łódź, in the competition for the best thesis, the main award for the best master thesis goes to Katarzyna Zielińska from the Faculty of Chemistry for her thesis entitled Development of a Method for Chromatographic Analysis of Selected Components of Cabernet Sauvignon wine variety and demonstration of its applicability in forensic investigations. The thesis was supervised by Dr. Izabela Witońska, professor of the Technical University of Łódź, assistant supervisor Dr. Michał Binczarski. Because the level of thesis wasn't high, it was very high. The jury decided to honor two works with distinction. The first distinction goes to Katarzyna Kowalczyk from the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering for the thesis The Influence on Polyactoid Development on its Physico-Chemical and Biological Properties. The thesis was supervised by Dr. Anna Sobczyk-Guzenda, professor of the university, and the associate supervisor was Małgorzata Suwalska. And the second distinction for Aleksandra Bednarek from the Faculty of Electrical, Electronics, Computer Science and Automation for the thesis titled Development of a Hybrid Scaffold made of alginate gelatin hydrogel material combined with 3D printing made of polyprolactone for applications in bone tissue engineering. The thesis was supervised by Dr. Dorota Bociąga, professor of the Łódź University of Technology, and the associate promoter Karolina Rosińska. I would like to add that this year's edition of the competition was exceptional because only
sprawdza się,
female students
czy jest to
applied
potwierdzeniem
to the competition.
dyrektorze
So
programu
that's
Dziewczyny na
perhaps
Politechnice. To pokazuje skuteczność
that's
tego
the
programu.
response or the assessment of this program.
Ale jeszcze jedno słowo.
Girls go
Z drugiej
to study
strony
at the Technical
Można by
University.
zadać pytanie,
But on the other hand, we could
wykorzystując słowa znanej od lat
ask
piosenki
a question
Gdzie te chłopy?
using the word of a song
Dziękuję
well known in
bardzo.
Poland, Where Are the Men? Thank you very much.
Bardzo dziękuję. panie
Thank you.
prezesie. Politechnika
I'd
jest
like-
kobietą, jak
Well,
widać.
technically,
Zapraszam laureatów
Łódź
przed
University
podium.
of Technology is a woman. I would
Poproszę
like
magistencję
to
rektora o
invite the
złożenie
award
gratulacji
winners in
Lucianowi
front of the
Salvadorowi.
podium, and I would like to ask His Magnificence Rector to congratulate the laureates.
Nie, promotorzy nie są zapraszani. Gratulujemy. Bardzo serdecznie gratuluję. To jest dyplom notu dla pani Katarzyny. Wszystkiego dobrego na dalszej drodze. Gratuluję. Wszystkiego dobrego. Tak jest. I dalszego rozwoju. Pani Olu, znowu. Ale bardzo serdecznie gratuluję. Wspaniale. Wszystkiego dobrego. Gdyby zechciała pani Aleksandra Bednarek. Może pani zerknąć? Bo może tam jest pomylona. Małgorzata Szowalska. Pani ma swój? O. Teraz już prawidłowo. Gratuluję. Uwaga, trzeba trzymać, bo może gdzieś. Zapraszamy. Gratulujemy. Szczególnie zainteresowała mnie praca z Wydziału Mechanicznego.
I was
której w
especially
ogóle tytułu
interested
nie
in
rozumiałem.
the work from the mechanical faculty. I didn't
Szanowni państwo,
comprehend the
kolejne
title.
przyznane
Ladies and
wyróżnienie to
gentlemen,
nagroda
the
Stowarzyszenia
next distinction
Techników
is the award
Cukrowników.
of the Association
Celem
of Sugar
konkursu
Industry
jest
Technicians
promocja autorów
for the best
najlepszych
diploma
prac dyplomowych
works.
wykonanych
So
w uczelniach
this
współpracujących
competition
z
aims to
przemysłem
promote the
cukrowniczym.
offers of the best diploma
Doceniane są
thesis
osoby, które
written at
wniosły
universities
istotny wkład
cooperating
w
with the
rozwój
sugar
analityki,
industry. It
techniki i
recognizes
technologii
those who have made a
cukrownictwa.
significant and useful
Zarząd
contribution to the
Główny
development of
Stowarzyszenia
sugar
Techników
analytics
wyróżnił
technique
troje
and
absolwentów
technology.
Wydziału
So
Biotechnologii
the
i
board
Nauk o
of the
Żywności
Association of Sugar
Politechniki
Industry
Łódzkiej.
Technicians
Panią
honored three
magister
graduates of the
inżynier
Faculty of
Agnieszkę
Biotechnology and
Sobalę
Food
za
Sciences.
pracę
Agnieszka Sobala
egzopolisacharydy
for the
w procesie
thesis
przerobu
entitled
buraków
Exopolissaccharides in the
zdegradowanych.
processing of
Promotorem
degraded beet.
wyróżnionej pracy
The
jest
supervisor
doktor
of the
inżynier
thesis is Aneta Antczak-Chrobot.
Panią magister inżynier
Agnieszka
Witkowską
Witkowska
za pracę
for the
charakterystyka
thesis
zmian
entitled
jakościowych i
Characteristics of
ilościowych
qualitative and
związków
quantitative changes in
polifenolowych
polyphenolic
liści
compounds
buraka
of
cukrowego w
sugar beet
zależności od
leaves
odmiany i
depending
terminu
on the
zbioru.
cultivar and
Promotorem
harvest
wyróżnionej
date.
pracy jest
The
doktor
supervisor of
inżynier
this
Jakub
work is
Macierzyński.
Jakub Macierzyński.
Panią inżynier Marię Marszałek
Maria
za
Marszałek
pracę pod
for the
tytułem
thesis
Ocena
entitled
jakości i
Assessment of the
dostępności
Quality and
ekologicznych
Availability
środków
of Organic
słodzących.
Sweeteners.
Promotorem wyróżnionej
The
pracy jest
supervisor
doktor
of the
habilitowany
thesis is
inżynier Maciej
Dr.
Wojtczak,
Maciej
profesor
Wojtczak,
uczelni.
a professor at our
O wręczenie
university.
nagród poproszę magnificencję
Awards will be
rektora
presented
oraz
by
panią
His
doktor
Magnificent
habilitowaną
Rector,
inżynier Annę Diowksz, profesor uczelni, dziekan
Professor
Wydziału
Anna
Biotechnologii
Diowsz, who is the
i
Dean of
Nauk
the
o
Faculty
Żywności,
of
oraz pana
Biotechnology and
doktora
Food Sciences,
habilitowanego inżyniera
and
Macieja
Professor
Wojtczaka,
Maciej
profesora
Wojtczak,
uczelni, przewodniczącego zarządu
President of the
Głównego
Board
Stowarzyszenia
of Sugar
Techników
Industry
Cukrowników.
Association.
Zapraszam państwa przed podium.
So I would like you to approach the podium, please.
Tych do nagrodzenia nie ma. Czy mamy laureatów nagrody na sali?
Do we have the laureates of this award?
Mamy.
Yes, they are here.
Zapraszamy.
So please join me in front of the podium.
Proszę pani, serdeczne gratulacje. Nie dość, że pani jest laureatką, to jeszcze jedyną przedstawicielką nagrodzonych, więc potrójne gratulacje dla pani. Gratulujemy oczywiście wszystkim nagrodzonym, chociaż ich nie ma.
Congratulations to all the laureates, even if they haven't joined us
W tym roku
today.
po raz kolejny przyznano
This
nagrodę
year,
Veolia Energia Łódź S.A. za najlepszą pracę dyplomową o
Veolia
tematyce
Energia, which is
energetycznej.
awarded its prize
Nagrodę
for the
pierwszego
best
stopnia
diploma
otrzymuje
thesis
pan
on
magister
energy. So the
inżynier
first
Dawid
degree
Bauer
prize
za
goes to
pracę
David
pod tytułem
Bauer for
Sterowanie
the thesis
zdalne i
entitled
odwadnianie
Remote Control
komory
and
ciepłowniczej
Dewatering of a
przy
Heating
częściowym
Chamber
wykorzystaniu
with partial
odnawialnych
use of
źródeł
renewable
energii do
energy
zasilania
sources
elektrycznego.
for electrical
Promotorem
power
pracy
supply.
jest
The thesis
pan
was
doktor
supervised
inżynier
by
Maciej
Maciej
Grzywacz.
Grzywacz.
Nagrodę drugiego
The second
stopnia
degree
otrzymuje pan
prize
inżynier
goes
Adrian
to
Woźny za
Adrian
pracę pod
Woźny
tytułem
for the
Modernizacja
thesis
układu
entitled
skojarzonego
Modernization of the
wytwarzania
Combined
energii
Heat and
elektrycznej
Power
i ciepła.
Generation System.
Promotorem pracy
The
jest pan
thesis
doktor
was
inżynier
supervised
Tomasz
by
Kotlicki.
Tomasz Kotlicki.
Oraz nagrodę trzeciego stopnia
And the award
otrzymuje
of the
pan
third degree
inżynier
goes to
Kamil Bukowski
Kamil
za pracę
Bukowski
pod tytułem
for the
Analiza
thesis
wpływu
entitled
różnych
Analysis
sposobów
of the influence
regulacji
of
pomp
various ways
wody
of controlling
chłodzącej
cooling water
na
pumps
sprawność bloku
on the
energetycznego.
efficiency of a power
Opiekunem
unit.
pracy jest
The
pan
supervisor
doktor
of the thesis
habilitowany
is
inżynier
Adam
Adam
Papierski.
Papierski. Uprzejmie
You
zapraszam
are
państwa
kindly
przed podium.
invited to join us in front of the podium.
O wręczenie nagród poproszę magnificencję rektora,
The awards
panią
will be
Marzenę
presented
Cieślak,
by
dyrektor
His
do spraw
Magnificent
zasobów
Rector,
ludzkich firmy
Magnificent
Veolia
Rector
oraz
Marzena
pana
Cieślak, who is
profesora
the
Grzegorza
Director for Human
Wielgosińskiego,
Resource
dziekana Wydziału
representing
Inżynierii
Veolia, and
Procesowej
Professor
i
Grzegorz
Ochrony
Wielgosiński, who is
Środowiska.
the Dean of the Faculty of Process and Environmental Engineering.
Proszę pana, ogromne gratulacje. Tematyka fantastyczna, realizacja jeszcze lepsza, a to na dobry początek naszej kariery. Powodzenia, gratuluję panu i życzę wszystkiego dobrego w naszym rozwoju. Na chwilkę wspólne zdjęcie. Szczególnie z Veolią trzeba żyć w dobrej przyjaźni.
We have to be good friends, especially with Veolia, when we think of the winter season. So thank you very much to the laureates.
Szanowni państwo,
Ladies and
rozpoczynamy
gentlemen,
najważniejszą
and
część
now
tej
we are
uroczystej
commencing the most important part of the
matrykulacji.
ceremony, that is the
Bardzo proszę
matriculation.
osoby, które
I would like
zostały
to
przyjęte na
ask
studia z najlepszymi wynikami w
those of
procesie
you who have been
rekrutacji
admitted
o przystąpienie
to the university with
ślubowania.
the best results to
Proszę,
take
żeby te
the
osoby
oath.
wyszły tutaj w parach na
So
środek przed nas
please
wszystkich.
come to the podium in
Mechaniczny
pairs. Faculty of
Marcel
Mechanical
Kozieł
Engineering,
i Adrian
Marcel Kozieł
Gosławski.
and Adrian
Wydział
Gosławski.
Elektrotechniki, Elektroniki, Informatyki i
Faculty of
Automatyki,
Electronic,
Jerzy
Computer
Dudek
and
i
Control
Dominik
Engineering,
Pustelnik.
Jerzy Dudek and Dominik
Wydział
Pustelnik.
Chemiczny,
Faculty of Chemistry, Emil Borecki
Natalia
and
Tomicka.
Natalia Tomicka.
Wydział Technologii Materiałowych
Faculty
i
of
Wzornictwa
Material
tekstyliów,
Technologies and Textile
Bartłomiej
Design,
Klimczuk i
Bartłomiej
Amelia
Klimczuk
Gula.
and Amelia
Wydział
Gula.
Biotechnologii i
Faculty
Nauk
of
o Żywności,
Biotechnology and Food Sciences,
Katarzyna Baca, Maja
Katarzyna
Kowalczyk.
Baca and Maja Kowalczyk.
Wydział Budownictwa, Architektury
Faculty
i
of Civil
Inżynierii
Engineering,
Środowiska,
Architecture and Environmental
Łukasz
Engineering,
Zychowicz.
Łukasz
Wydział
Zychowicz.
Fizyki Technicznej,
Faculty of
Informatyki
Technical
i
Physics,
Matematyki
Information
Stosowanej,
Technology and Applied
Kamil
Mathematics,
Tasarz
Kamil
i Eryk
Tasarz
Chałubek.
and Eryk Chałubek.
Wydział Organizacji i Zarządzania,
Faculty of Organization and
Karolina
Management,
Węgrzyńska,
Karolina Węgrzyńska and
Kupisz.
Karolina Kupisz.
Wydział Inżynierii
Faculty of
Procesowej i
Process
Ochrony
and
Środowiska,
Environmental Engineering, Dagmara Kotlicka
Jakub
and
Warzywoda.
Jakub Warzywoda.
Oraz Centrum
And
Kształcenia
International Education
Międzynarodowego
Center,
Kacper Chmielewski
and
Witold
Witold
Formański.
Formański.
Drodzy Państwo,
Ladies and
zwrócę się teraz właśnie
gentlemen,
do naszych
now I would like to
którzy
address
za chwilę
the
będą już
candidates
studentami.
who in a moment will become our
Dokonaliście
students.
doskonałego wyboru,
You have made an
decydując się
excellent
na
choice
studia
by
Politechniki
choosing to
Łódzkiej.
study at Łódź University of
Składając
Technology.
ślubowanie,
By taking
stajecie
this
się
oath, you are
pełnoprawnymi
becoming a fully
członkami
fledged
jej
members of
społeczności.
its academic community.
Przez kolejne
For the
kilka
next
lat wasz los
few
będzie
years,
związany
your
z
lives will
jedną
be
z
linked to one
wiodących
of the
uczelni
leading
technicznych
technical
w Polsce.
universities in Poland.
w zdobywaniu zaawansowanej
You will be
wiedzy,
accompanied and
nowych
supported in
umiejętności,
acquiring
a
advanced
także w
knowledge, new
poznawaniu
skills,
siebie.
and in getting to know
Towarzyszyć Wam
yourselves
będą
by excellent
znakomici
academic
nauczyciele
teachers
akademiccy i jednocześnie
and
wybitni naukowcy.
outstanding scientists.
Studenckie życie wprowadzać
You
Was
will be
zaś
introduced
będą
to student
starsi koledzy
life by
działający
your
w samorządzie
older
studenckim,
colleagues,
kołach naukowych,
activists
a
of
także
the Students'
organizacjach
Council,
kulturalnych,
Scientific
turystycznych
Association, as
i
well as
sportowych.
cultural, tourist, and sports
Ja jestem
organizations.
przekonany, że czas
I am
studiów w
convinced
Politechnice
that your
Łódzkiej
time as
będzie
a student
jednym
at
z
the Łódź
najlepszych,
University of
najbardziej
Technology will be
wartościowych
one of
okresów
the
w
best
Waszym
and
życiu,
most valuable periods of
które
your life,
wykorzystacie na
which you will
nawiązanie
use to
pięknych, trwałych
develop
przyjaźni
beautiful and
i
lasting
zbudowanie
friendships
solidnych
and
podstaw
lay a
przyszłych
solid
sukcesów
foundation for
zawodowych.
your future professional success.
Przejdźmy zatem do
Let
najbardziej
us now
podniosłej
move on
części
to the
tej
most solemn part of
uroczystości,
this
do
ceremony,
ślubowania.
that is the
Bardzo
oath.
proszę o powstanie wszystkich Państwa,
All arise, please.
a kandydatów proszę o
And the
powtarzanie
candidates
słów
should
proty.
repeat the words after
Ślubuję
me.
uroczyście,
I solemnly pledge
że będę
that
wytrwale
I will
dążyć do
persistently
zdobywania wiedzy
acquire
i rozwoju
knowledge
własnej
and pursue my
osobowości.
personal development.
Odnosić się z szacunkiem
Address
do
the
władz
university
uczelni i
authorities
wszystkich
and all
członków jej
members of the
społeczności.
university community.
Przestrzegać prawa
All
uczelni
due
i szanować
respect,
jej
abide by the
obyczaje
rules of the university and respect its traditions.
oraz swym postępowaniem
And
dbać o
to take
godność i
care of
honor
the
studenta
dignity and honor
Politechniki
of
Łódzkiej.
students of Łódź University of Technology.
Bardzo dziękuję. Pierwszy
Thank
egzamin
you very
zdany,
much. So you
powtórzyliście
have
państwo
passed your first
dosłownie.
exam.
Do wręczenia
You have repeated
certyfikatów
after me
i
without any
matrykulacyjnych nowym
mistakes.
studentom Politechniki Łódzkiej uprzejmie proszę
I would like to
magnificencję
ask His
rektora oraz
Magnificence
pana
Rector and Krzysztof
Sobieckiego,
Sobiecki, who is the President
przewodniczącego
of the Student
samorządu
Council, to present
studenckiego.
matriculation certificates to new students of the Łódź University of Technology.
Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana 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 w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet studentów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję. Zapraszam. Szanowni Państwo, proszę siadać.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Jeszcze raz gratuluję wyboru.
Congratulations once again on choosing our university. Thank you for making this decision. I'm fully convinced that it will generate a lot of benefits to your future life. So now I would like to invite Krzysztof Sobiecki, who is the president of the Students' Council, to tell the audience about activities available to students at our university. Your Magnificence, Mr. Rector, Honorable Senate, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues, in particular, as the head of the Students' Council, I have a pleasure and honor to speak to you. And on behalf of the academic community, I would like to welcome you to the special inauguration of 2022-23 academic year and congratulate you, dear students, on choosing the university. This is not an easy decision. Very often it impacts our future lives. I'm very happy that you have decided to choose Łódź University of Technology. This special ceremony of opening academic year and starting the next phase of your adult life is a very important moment. Probably many of you are having a lot of questions and doubts. I remember these feelings. I had them 4 years ago. And I have to confirm the fears of you. Yes, being a student means that you have to study throughout the night, you make mistakes, but you have to remember that the teachers, when they provide you with the knowledge, they provide you with tools, and you need to know how to use the tools. So be interested, try to be observant, and if you follow this advice, I'm sure that the studies will not be burden. It will be great adventure instead. Studies is about creating yourselves, becoming unique, broadening horizons and passion, uncovering the hidden. So here at the university, you have lots of ways to do it. There are lots of associations, photo club, Jacques Radio, the choir, the band, academic sports association, and the Students' Council, which is very close to my heart. Why am I telling you about this? I think it's really worth getting to know the offer of all the association studies. University is not only the place where you learn, it's also the people who support us, inspire, want to help us, and to indicate the direction we should follow during the studies. The time spent at the university is a unique opportunity to meet people who think similar to us, and you start relations that will last throughout your lifetime. You should do it in practice, so please come and see the association. Try to see how this know-how you'll be able to acquire. And at the end, I would like to share one thought. Very often you can hear that the studies is the best time in our life. In my opinion, it's not true, and maybe it's it's not precise enough. Studies can be the best time of your life. Then there are many development-related opportunities, but the studies will never give you more if you do not want to get it. So don't waste the time at the Łódź University of Technology and follow follow the catchphrase of the university: multiply the opportunities. So and I hope that you will not regret one moment spent at our alma mater, and I hope that you will really have the best time of your life here at the university. This is my wish to you from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing your personal thoughts with us. I'd like to ensure the newly matriculated students that you will be, of course, taking part in these formal aspects of the life of our community, but also the informal one. We have a very nice student campus with dormitories, and you'll be assisted by our staff dealing with student issues at each and every faculty. They are ready to help you in any problem. Well, your Magnificence Rector, over to you. The floor is yours for the rest of the ceremony. Thank you very much. Well, first of all, dear students, you have your rector, who is is very friendly, and at each faculty you have deans for student affairs, and don't be afraid of talking to them about your problems. They will take care of you, I'd like to assure you. Ladies and gentlemen, Łódź University of Technology is a friendly place to start and develop scientific career. Excellent conditions for this are provided by the Interdisciplinary Doctoral School, offering education in 12 scientific disciplines. The key focus is the emphasis of interdisciplinarity of studies, flexibility, and internationalization of education. Representatives of this doctoral school are about to take the oath. Those newly admitted. This part of today's ceremony will be chaired by the Vice Rector for Science, Professor Łukasz Albrecht. Rector, the floor is yours.
Magnificencjo rektorze,
Your Magnificence Rector, Honorable Senate, ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to taking the oath by doctoral students of the Interdisciplinary Doctoral School. When we started the school, we wanted to ensure an appropriate level of education in an international environment. I am delighted that the school is building its position both nationally and internationally. I would like to invite you to the matriculation ceremony of the representatives of the Interdisciplinary Doctoral School of the Łódź University of Technology, which, as the rector has just said, offers education in 12 scientific disciplines. The persons whose names are I'm going to read out, please approach the podium. And these are from Material Engineering, Emila Brancewicz-Steinmetz. From the area of Information Technology and Telecommunication, Łukasz Orzechowski. Representing Automation, Electronic and Electrical Engineering, Przemysław Czarnecki. From Food and Nutrition Technology, Maciej Nielipiński. Representing Civil Engineering and Transport, Damian Kozanecki. Mechanical Engineering, Łukasz Michalski. Chemical Engineering represents Kamila Szymczak. And from the area of mathematics, Tomasz Józefiak. And finally, representing chemistry sciences, Angelika Byczkowska.
Szanowni Państwo,
ladies and gentlemen, I'm now addressing the doctoral students. You have successfully completed the recruitment for the Disciplinary Doctoral School at the Łódź University of Technology. In a moment, after taking the oath, you will join its students' community. From now on, your scientific and research work will be associated for some years with one of the top universities in Poland. Your development will take place under the guidance of outstanding academics, and the constantly upgraded infrastructure will enable you to conduct research at the highest level. I wish you that your time at the Łódź University of Technology, you will be busy, use it well, and make it an opportunity for your personal and scientific development. Let science be your passion. Be meticulous and don't be afraid of asking difficult questions, because they can lead you to scientific discoveries. I wish you the joy of discovering and satisfaction from seeking the truth that was
Przejdźmy teraz
so
do
often
ślubowania.
addressed by
Proszę
His
państwa
Magnificence
o
Rector and
powstanie.
our eminent guests. So let's proceed to
A
the oath.
doktorantów poproszę,
Could you
aby powtarzali
Please
za mną.
all raise
Ślubuję
and please
uroczyście,
repeat after me. I solemnly pledge
że będę wytrwale
that I will
dążyć do zdobywania
persistently
wiedzy i
acquire
rozwoju własnej
knowledge and
osobowości,
pursue my personal development,
odnosić się z
address the
szacunkiem do
university
władz uczelni i
authorities
wszystkich
and all
członków jej
members of
społeczności,
its community with all due respect,
przestrzegać prawa
abide
uczelni
by the
i
rules of the
szanować jej
university
obyczaje
and respect its traditions,
oraz swym
and to
postępowaniem
take
dbać o
care
godność
of
i
the
honor
dignity and
doktoranta
honor of a
Politechniki
doctoral
Łódzkiej.
student of Łódź University of Technology.
Brawo.
A round of applause.
Do wręczenia certyfikatów
I would like to
nowo
kindly
przyjętym
ask
doktorantom
the
zapraszam magnificencję
rector
rektora oraz
and
pana magistra
David
inżyniera Davida
Degas,
Degasa,
President
przewodniczącego
of the
samorządu
Doctoral
doktorantów.
Student Council, to present the certificates to the newly admitted doctoral students.
Witam serdecznie. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Życzę dobrych badań i rozwoju. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Również życzę dobrego rozwoju naukowego. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję i życzę rozwoju. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Moje gratulacje. Życzę rozwoju. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Życzę rozwoju i gratuluję. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję i życzę rozwoju naukowego. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję Pani i życzę rozwoju. Przyjmuję Pana w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję i życzę rozwoju. Przyjmuję Panią w poczet doktorantów Politechniki Łódzkiej. Gratuluję i życzę rozwoju naukowego. Wy tu staniecie, ja pójdę. Dziękujemy bardzo. Zapraszam.
Poproszę teraz o
Now
zabranie
I would
głosu
like to ask
pana Davida Degasa,
David Degas,
przewodniczącego
President of the
samorządu
Doctoral Student
doktorantów
Council of the Łódź University of Technology, to take the floor.
Szanowna Magnificencjo Rektorze,
Your Magnificence Rector, Magnificences, Honorable Senate, dear guests, I
wielkiej inauguracji roku.
feel honored to be able to take part in this ceremonial inauguration of the academic year. This is the fourth year of the doctoral school. We had to face lots of challenges. We started with the pandemic in 2020 and our access to the university buildings was limited, but respecting restrictions and changing our ways of working, we could come back to our normal education process and to come back to laboratories, which is crucial for doctoral works. And the next challenge that we still have to focus, that is still here with us,
Kryzys energetyczny,
is the energy
wysokie
crisis.
koszty oraz
High costs
kryzys finansowy na
and
gospodarce
financial
światowej powoduje, że
crisis,
pod względem
global
zarządzania
financial crisis,
oraz w działaniu jako w jedności, jako całość, będziemy w stanie przejść przez ten
and only thanks to good
Nie można też zapomnieć o
management
wybuchu wojny na
practices and saving as much as we
Wielu z
can,
naszych
we can go
studentek,
through
studentów,
this
doktorantów i
crisis.
Ukrainy, a
We
tam
cannot
ci
forget
przedsiębiorcy
that many of our doctoral students come from
Niezmiernie cieszę się,
Ukraine
że
and they
w trakcie
worry about the
rozpoczęcia
fate
tego
of
konfliktu
their loved ones.
nasi włodarze
But I'm very happy that when the war in Ukraine started, our rectors and the whole academic community joined forces to help refugees by collecting goods and raising funds for Ukrainians. Well, from the point of view of a doctoral student, I would like to tell you that being a PhD gives you an opportunity to expand your scientific achievements and to carry out your independent research. Of course, promoters of our PhD thesis are very important. So to all doctoral students present here at this matriculation ceremony and all those who have been admitted to the interdisciplinary doctoral school, I'd like to congratulate you on the choice, and I'd like to wish you a lot of success in your further work, because writing a doctoral thesis requires a lot of effort and energy. Well, studying is like going on a roller coaster. Well, you are excited, but when you get on the car, on the roller coaster, you may have doubts whether that was a good choice. And at very sharp curves, there is some stress and you get sick. But when you reach the final point, emotions go down, and then it occurs to you that it was a nice experience, that it was worth it, and maybe I should try again. And to confirm that, we have more and more people coming to second-degree students, and we get more and more applications. So I wish you all the best and successful research, and see you at our university. Thank you. Of course, doctoral students who start their education, I wish you to reach the final point, the last stop. Thank you for being with us, and please remember that we are here for you. As researchers at this university, we will support you in your efforts. Now I would like to invite His Magnificence Rector to ask to open the academic year. Thank you very much, doctoral students. Be careful at curves. As a mechanical engineer, I can tell you that there are some forces which can be very centrifugal forces, which can be very dangerous, but they can be controlled. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have completed all points on the agenda. So now I can announce the academic year 2022-2023 open. Quod bonum Felix Faustum fortunatum quae sit.
Dziękuję, proszę zasiąść.
Thank you
Kamień
very
zbawił
much.
serca,
Could you
amen się udało.
please be seated? So we've
Państwa,
succeeded to
Za
complete
chwilę za
the
sprawą
ceremony.
wystąpienia pani profesor
And
Anny
now, ladies
Fabiańskiej
and
będziemy mogli
gentlemen,
spojrzeć
in
na
a
świat
moment,
z
thanks to Professor
perspektywy
Anna
komputera i
Fabiańska's
sztucznej
speech,
inteligencji.
we will be
Dobrze,
able
że
to
jeszcze
look
ta
at the world
prawdziwa
from the
historia.
perspective of
Pani
computers and
profesor,
AI.
zapraszam.
Well, it's good that there is still human intelligence with us. Professor, the floor is yours.
Jego Magnificencjo, dziękuję za wprowadzenie.
Your
Również
Magnificence,
zaproszenie
Rector,
do
thank you very
wygłoszenia
much for
dzisiejszego
these
wykładu.
introductory remarks and thank you for the invitation to present this lecture. Ladies and gentlemen, Rector, Honorable Senate, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I feel really privileged that today I can tell you about the computer vision of artificial intelligence and at least partly explain how computers see and understand the world. I'm sure that most of you have used the system of face recognition available in our smartphones, or maybe filters for face recognition, translating devices. Maybe you played games with augmented reality, or games where you imitate the motion of a person on the screen. So these are examples of AI, which in connection with latest technology is the source of increasing amount of income. Well, besides consumer electronics, which is the most popular and the most profitable way of deploying computer vision, we have automatic vehicle driving systems, autonomous sales, for example, tracing consumer behavior and trying to predict it, systems that assist medical imaging technology, where we can have a look in depths of human body, and it assists medical doctors and radiologists in their everyday work, but also in collecting information. Computer vision is a part of AI, but it also sources from other areas, such as image processing and transformation. Its basic goal is to develop algorithms that imitate the sense of, which imitates human vision. That is the understanding and interpretation of content presented on the image or in a video material. So you can see here besides the recognizing 2 or 3 people in the store, we can interpret this situation as theft, while in the second case, except 3 cars on the road, we can see and interpret this situation as an accident. So computer vision is to teach computers to understand the content of video or image, not only scenes as we've seen as we've just seen, but also specialist images which give computers the ability to analyze medical imaging or the image of timber, wood, or recognizing and identifying illnesses of crops. But it can also lead to the automation of some arduous processes and deliver valuable information from the image. So in this first case, we could achieve information about the number of cells visible on the image without the need to manually mark them. So computer vision helps us introduce automation and objectivization, because it's being made independent of subjective feelings of the person who carries out the analytics. So the history of computer vision dates back to the early 1960s. Architecture of neural networks first came into being in the 1970s and 1980s, but we had to wait to be able to use them until the last decade due to the absence of technological means. Recently, because of the huge availability of data in the form of image and the appropriate processors with high computational capability, we can see the development of computer vision and its application also in imaging. So in a typical system of computer vision, human eyes are replaced by a device that acquires an image. In the simplest system, it is a camera which records light, but there are also specialist imaging systems such as computer tomography or hyperspectral imaging, which registers the length of waves. And visual information obtained in this way is identified by a computer system with proper computational power, usually graphic processors, which can process algorithms. So image information processed in such a way is the source for a decision or action linked with the image. To us, an image is a matrix of pixels, small squares with specific intensity or color, but to a computer it's a set of numbers. For monochromatic images, which are incorrectly referred to as black and white images, pixels reflect the brightness. So the lower the number, the darker the pixel, the higher the number, the brighter the pixel. For colored images, these numbers show the intensity of red, green, and blue. So information encoded in pixels and in relations between them helps us achieve three tasks of computer vision. That is the classification, that is an attempt to answer the question what we can see in the picture, the detection of objects, so identifying these particular objects on the image and naming them, and segmentation of the image, that is dividing the picture into different objects or identifying pixels which are of interest to us. So these examples that you can see are for natural images, but the problems of the classification, detection and segmentation are very general, so they can be generalized also for other types of images. For example, medical images, so this classification may answer the question whether the image taken from a patient is taken from a patient who is sick or well. Or detection identifies potentially infected areas, while the segmentation may identify specific pixels typical for a particular change that can be addressed. So today these three tasks are performed, while the most popular are based on the so-called artificial neural networks, that is a collection of simple processing units, that is artificial neurons.
So the structure of these neurons is inspired by the natural neural cell. So the dendrites provide information to the neura. So the weights are assigned to the entrances. The weights are parameters of the network and used during the learning process, and the exit of the neuron corresponds with the axle, and then it's passed to the next neurons in the neurons. Just like in our brain, neurons make networks. In the artificial environment, they also get connected, and they construct abstract layers. So the computer learns by watching them. So the more images are watched by the network, they will be more and more diverse and the interpretation will be better, and vice versa. If the neural network does not see something during the learning process, then it will not be able to interpret the information. The layers in the neural networks learn the hierarchical representation. So the ones which are close at the entry point learn to recognize basic shapes such as edges, arches, corners. The intermediate layers become more and more specialized. They refer to such objects as rectangular circles, and the deeper the layer is, the more specialized it is. And the deepest layers, which are the closest to the entries, recognize the entire objects, just as in the image you can see on the slide. So you can see the rectangular circles, which can be used to structure something that is similar to a car. So once we are classifying, we get the information which object and with which probability we can expect from the specific image. In this slide, you can see the network that is composed of three layers, but in the real architectures, the number of layers is in hundreds, and million parameters are used to describe them. So such networks are often referred to as the deep networks, and the process of learning such networks is the deep learning process. The problem of segmentation, or resolving the problem of segmentation, is also learned by the network by viewing the images. Here you can see the input image, and the output image is the envisaged segmentation result. So different labels are used, and in this case they correspond to different colors. So in the learning process, the specific layers of the network identify characteristics that make different areas different from one another, and the prediction is used to identify the images of interest. And just as previously, these solutions can be used for the images of high classes. When we are talking about the detection of objects, there are two key approaches. The first one is based on viewing specific segments of the image, sending them to the neural network with the question which part of the image, which area of the image is viewed. This approach is time-consuming because it requires us to view different overlapping areas. So the most common solution is the prediction of the so-called bounding box, that is the frame that surrounds the object. So the neural network, when it's learning, receives information on the images, coordinates of the frame which surrounds the object, and the class of the object that is surrounded. So this information, this description on the contents of the image, both in terms of the object it represents and the action it performs, well, they can be detected in this way. So then the dedicated network is provided with the information, and the natural language used in the typical translators is used, and the information is translated. So here you can see several photos with a description generated by the neural network, and in this bottom drawing you can see that the neural network has recognized this situation as the horse pulling the hay, and two people are sitting. So this is good results. In this case, the neural network is taught using pairs, so they are the input images, and there is also the text-based description of the situation presented in the image. The neural networks can also generate, apart from the text, they can also generate new images with a similar distribution to the distribution they have witnessed during the learning process. So the neural network that has seen many images of faces will be able to generate new images of faces. Artificial images generated by the neural network are presented in the upper corner, And it reminds a painter who has seen many faces, learns the proportion of the faces, learns the proportions among the elements, and based on the information is able to recreate, paint another face. Currently, there are several approaches to generating images. Generative models are used, and the generative adversarial neural networks, the GANs, are used. So here two subnetworks are used. The first one is defined as a generated. This is rather fake, so we are using random information and some new images are replicated. The second network is described as a discriminator. It's like a policeman who tries to recognize whether an image is false or true. During the learning process, the networks strengthen themselves. The better the generator becomes, the more difficult it is for the discriminator to identify the images. So, as a result, the images that are very similar to the naturals are generated. So you can see some examples on this slide, so we can improve the quality of the images. It's available on MyHeritage service, which allows us to build genealogical trees or to transfer styles. Maybe once you have tried some clothes in virtual spaces, so you used your picture, you provided parameters of your body, and then you can see what you look like in a specific garment. So this is an example of using generative technologies. If the dedicated model is used, and if we use a measurement that identifies to what extent the description is appropriate to the actual image, then the text indicators will be used. So there are some solutions such as Dali algorithm. So here you can see some examples generated by self-portraits of Salvador Dali. So on the one hand, they all are quite similar, but they also differ a lot. So if you were asked to draw a house on the lake, probably every time your drawings would be different. So just to let you know how complex these solutions are, I would like to attract your attention to the fact that the Dali algorithm has 3.5 billion parameters that have been identified during the learning process. So the learning data contains 650 million of pairs, descriptions of these pairs. Here you can see some examples of images generated by the existing solutions dedicated to the interpretation by using text for the image. So you can see a description for the picture that was used to create the picture, the image. So you probably, the network definitely didn't see the peacock playing the guitar, but seen a guitar, many images of astronauts, guitar players and peacocks. So the network knows how to build the relations, and it knows how to compose these new images based on the description. So if we refer again to this picture of a house on the lake, you didn't have to see the house before you can draw it. Two of these algorithms used to generate images based on the descriptions are available on the internet. So I asked the artificial intelligence how it imagines today's meeting, described as the ceremony of inauguration of new academic year at the University of Technology. So the rectors, the deans are dressed in robes. So there are also students and audience. And this is the answer I received. And actually, it resembles the situation in the auditorium today. Thank you for your attention.
Pani profesor, bardzo serdecznie dziękujemy.
Professor, thank you very
Znowu
much.
kolejny raz
And Once
Z radością stwierdziłem, że to
again,
zdjęcie
I'm
i
so
to, co
happy
tu
that
jest,
this
niby podobne,
picture
jednak jesteśmy
and the reality,
Szanowni
actually it's
państwo,
similar, but it's not
studenci
100% the same.
ślubowali, doktoranci
Ladies and
ślubowali.
gentlemen, the students
Rok
have
otwarty,
matriculated,
wykład
doctoral
się
students
odbył.
have matriculated, the
Uroczyste
academic year has been
posiedzenie
open.
Senatu Politechniki z okazji
The
inauguracji roku
ceremonial meeting of the Senate on the occasion of the
2022-2023
inauguration of the
dobiega
academic
końca.
year
Zapraszam wszystkich
2022-2023
państwa,
at the Łódź University of
abyśmy
Technology is
odśpiewali
coming to
razem
the
chórem
end. So I would like to
radosną
invite
pieśń
you to
Gaudeamus
sing the
Igitur.
happy
Bardzo
song
proszę
Gaudeamus
powstać.
Igitur along with the choir. Please rise.
Gaudeamus igitur juvenes dum sumus. Gaudeamus igitur juvenes dum sumus. Post iucundam juventutem, post molestam senectutem, nos habebit humus, nos habebit humus. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membrum quolibet, vivat membrum felibet, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore.
Pięknie dziękuję. Gorąco dziękuję Państwu
Thank you
za
very much. I
przybycie,
warmly thank
za
you
poświęcony
for your
czas i
time and
obecność
presence
podczas
at
dzisiejszej
today's ceremony.
uroczystości. Zapraszam
And
na
would like to
drobny
invite
poczęstunek
you
do
to
foyer. Jednocześnie
refreshment
zachęcam
served in the
Państwa
lobby. At
do
the same
obejrzenia
time, I
wystawy
would like to
fotograficznej
encourage you to
zatrzymane w
see the
kadrze,
photo
pierwsze
exhibition
pracownie
stopped
i
in the
laboratoria
frame, the first
Politechniki
laboratories
Łódzkiej.
of the Łódź University of
Przygotowanej przez
Technology.
Muzeum
The
Politechniki
exhibition
Łódzkiej,
has been prepared
prezentowanej
by
na
the
wystawie
Museum of the
zdjęcia
Łódź
pochodzą z lat
University of Technology. The photographs presented in the exhibition
1947-1960.
date from
Wyjątkowe
1947 to
fotografie dopełniają
1960.
w formie
These
komentarza
exceptional
fragmenty
photographs
wspomnień
are
pierwszych
complemented
pracowników
by
naszej
commentary
uczelni.
in the form
Wystawę
of
można
excerpts
obejrzeć
from
w
the
formie na parterze.
memoirs
Jednocześnie
of the
zapraszam
first
na
employees
pierwsze
of our
piętro do
university.
Galerii
The exhibition can be viewed in the lobby on the
gdzie można
ground
obejrzeć
floor.
pracę pana profesora Jana
I
Trojana.
would also like to
to
invite you
taki
to watch the exhibition
taka
of
inna
works by
twarz
Professor
Politechniki Łódzkiej,
Young Trojan.
czyli
It's a different
Myślę, że też
face of the Łódź
kontrawersja.
University of
Szanowni
Technology.
Państwo, oprawę
Beautiful
muzyczną
pictures.
dla naszego
Ladies and
dzisiejszego
gentlemen,
uroczystego
the
posiedzenia
musical
Senatu
setting
zapewnił akademicki
of the
chór
formal
Politechniki
setting of the
Łódzkiej,
Senate was provided by the academic choir of the Łódź University of Technology
którym kieruje
under
maestro
the
Mariusz
direction
Lewy.
of
Serdecznie dziękuję.
Maestro Mr. Mariusz Lewy. Thank you very much.
Bardzo pięknie dziękuję również
Thank you
wszystkim,
very
którzy
much to all of
przyczynili się
you
do
who have
organizacji tej
contributed to
uroczystości,
organization of the
innym
ceremony,
działom,
the
służbom
Department for
kanclerskim,
Promotion, the
Centrum
Chancellor's
Multimedialnemu.
Services
Bardzo pięknie
Multimedia
Państwu
Center.
dziękuję.
Thank you very much for
Uprzejmie
all of
proszę
this.
sztandar
And I would
Politechniki
like to
Łódzkiej
ask the standard
o
bearers
opuścić salę.
to leave this room.